Salve, ci siamo presentati, Matt, piacere.
Andiamo avanti. Camminare dietro.
Ehi Luigi.
Perché di là ci sono degli scogli.
Ok, più interessante? Io faccio un scatto molto veloce, mi approfitto dalla... So I'm just gonna... Luigi's found another composition a bit further up, and I'm just gonna quickly take a shot here, just because it's beautiful conditions. Would you believe it? It's actually that cold here that the battery on the Sony's almost gone dead. It's the only battery I've got. And I haven't even pulled out the LCD and the flippy LCD screen on it. So I found a composition. I think you can tell down there. See these rocks? If you can't see it well, I'll show you when I bring up the image. So I'm using them almost as a leading line, but they're sort of shifting away in that direction, not straight towards the mountain. And I think it's a nice juncture position of various lines and diagonals working against each other in a very simplified fashion. So that's the Gran Sasso mountain behind you there. This is the group. We're out here with Luigi Nespeca on a lovely little day workshop. And I thank Luigi for inviting me to come along with this group and have a nice laugh. So everyone's just down here. We haven't got the ice, like I said, but there's some really, really cool conditions. So I'm going to take another shot now while the light's changing, and see. Oh, it's really important too, is obviously that I'm focusing in my first thirds of the foreground, and then I'm actually focusing for the background. I'm going to blend them together later on, just in 2 shots. I don't think it's necessary to do a 3-shot focus stack. 2 is more than enough. So I'll quickly look in here. Yeah, I've got to readjust. Look, I'm underexposing by 1, 2, 3, 4 stops here, so I don't blow my highlights, which is always so important. Focusing on my first thirds of the image. And shutter speed's at 1/10 of a second, so I'm going to get a bit of dynamic movement in that water, which is really important. And I'm going to take that shot. And then I'll take another one for the background, so back into live view for focus. I use focus contrast detection in live view, which is just spot on every single time. And again, I'll take that shot. Let's see how that turns out. Yeah, I'm spewing we didn't get that ice. But still a nice place though, isn't it, huh? Beautiful lake. Got some nice little reflections coming through now. There's a bit of wispy cloud hanging around that's catching light at the back there, so just finding some nice compositions. You can see there's a few rocks around and that in the foreground. And it's a nice, gentle, peaceful morning, apart from all these Italians chatting. But yeah, I'll bring a photo up of a shot I'm taking now, and I've specifically taken this image, and I've already got a crop in my head, so I want it to be a square crop, and so I might even bring up both the images, so the one that's not cropped and the one that is cropped, so you can compare between the two and understand why I have taken this image already with the composition crop in my head, which is important sometimes to image a photograph you're about to take when you're cropping it. sun's coming out now. Oh, look at that. So the objective is to get your f-stop so a bit more closed in so you get that star effect. And just going to shoot like mad. See that sun coming out now behind the back of there? The trick is, as it comes up, just keep firing. But before you start shooting, look at those reflections going mental. Before you start shooting, you should have it underexposed by a few more stops, because the second that sun comes out, look at those reflections going mental. You see it, everyone? All around us. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And just keep firing. So I'm shooting at f14 and I'm way underexposed. I think I'm underexposed by about 5 or 6 stops. And as it comes up, I'm just getting various slight exposures, but oh, that's just, yeah. Luigi's just saying, just be careful how you shoot, just because the sun's coming up really quickly. But this is beautiful. It really is an amazing moment. Yeah, really, really nice. Stai attento, non scivolare, utilizzi. Just making it on the way now to this waterfall. Beautiful here. They've had a massive amount of snow in the Abruzzo region, probably about 3 weeks ago now, and they've had like a good dumping of 3 or 4 days, and everything's beautiful. So I don't know what I'm going to come across, but I'm really, really excited to go and see somewhere new. It's awesome, awesome feeling. Had enough of photographing the same things all the time. Look how much snow is through here. Oh, it's just beautiful. We've got a 15-minute hike to get through this place here. I'm loving it, just walking through the snow in the fresh air, and there's not a soul anywhere. Feels so good to be isolated and amongst this. I love the snow, absolutely love it. Here's the little waterfall. I'm actually, I wasn't expecting anything, to be honest, because I didn't think this would be an area where you'd have a waterfall, but it's quite nice. Luigi and I were actually expecting for this to be frozen too, like we were expecting the lake to be frozen over as well, to get these really cool patterns, but it's not. But I think, well, apart from the day, look, it's just no clouds in the sky. It's, get some black and whites, no way. I'd only take black and whites if I had a monochrome camera. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah, so look, it's nice to look at. I'm just going to scout around a little bit and just try and find just small little details that grab my attention in the snow. Yeah, because just, I hate blue sky. I actually hate blue sky, but beautiful spot. It's a good find. It'd be great to come back in different conditions, that's for sure. And yeah, even in autumn, early spring. Nice day to go skiing, not to take photos. So what I've done is, I just haven't seen the snow in that long anyway. So look, what I do when the conditions are bad is I pull this beast out, the 70 to 200. Now I've got this mounted onto the Pentax K33, so I can get right in at the 300mm. And just go in and just hone in on details. I mean, just beautiful fresh snow everywhere. I'll show you an example. I'll bring it up for you now, what I've been photographing. So I've been walking along the edges of this actual stream with the waterfall around it, and fighting all the snow, creating like these ice particles with different patterns. And because it's just so fresh and untouched, and the sun's still a little bit low, so it's delicate, I've been able to just create these little abstract images. I mean, they're nothing fantastic, but you know what? I don't mind. I like this photography sometimes. As you know, sometimes I do hone in on these fine details. And so I'm going to share with you now a couple of images that I took, and tell me what you think about them. Look, it's a good thing to do when you've got conditions like this, when the conditions just suck. You know, you just you look for something else. You work with what you got, though, and sometimes you come away with your best images. Well, I think that is the end of the day. That light absolutely sucked. That was, I got myself some hot coffee here. It's 12:30, and it's God, I'm tired. I've been up since what, 2:30 this morning, I think it was. Completely buggered. Oh, yeah. So look, the morning was good. To recap everything. That trip was pretty average, but it was nice just to go for a walk, wasn't it? I mean, it's not all about photography all the time, is it? Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be doing it. Oh, these thermoses are awesome, by the way. This is the Thermos brand. I'm not actually doing any marketing here because I think I bought this like 25 years ago. It's one of those for builders. It was before these things came cool. And I've filled this up this morning at 2:30 in the morning. And so, you know, 10 hours later, it's still boiling hot. So yeah, look, the workshop is over now. We're just going to say goodbyes and head back home. Got a couple of people here driven like 5 hours to get here today, so I've just got a 2-hour trip back to Rome. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. I know I'm not that good at YouTube. But I just enjoy telling a story every now and then. I don't do it on a regular basis, but it's nice to mix things up a bit. And for the few people, those 7 of you out there who follow me, you get to see sometimes what I do on video rather than just seeing my images all the time. So it was really good. I'm going to go and say goodbye to everyone now. Everyone's saying goodbye to each other, so I'll call it a day. If you haven't done it already, if you made it to the end of the video, please subscribe to me and put a like and a comment and check out my other videos. Thanks again. Bye.